Welcome to The Neighborhood, a show where a mother and her daughter talk about business, community, and everything in between. Now hop aboard the trolley and let's go. Hi.
This is why I was going to say, welcome back again.
They're hearing us maybe, like,
Yeah.
giggling.
We're in the
But
dark.
waiting for the intro video to be done is like waiting for an elevator with people you don't know.
I know, you're just awkwardly sitting there.
You're like, which I did this morning, and it was so awkward. And
wait, were there people in the elevator?
Well, so the elevator opened, this lady got out, but she had a bunch of boxes, and then she had a service dog, and we were like, do you need help? She's like, no. And then she took so long to get out of the way that the door is closed, and the guy, like, he kind of like went for it, and the door didn't close, and then he pushed a button, and it still didn't open, and then we both were like,
good. Okay, we're all awkward.
Like, yeah, you're just waiting there. I'm like,
I always say, hi, how are you? Or how's your day going?
I usually make a joke that completely flops.
Yeah.
And
then it's even more awkward.
And then I look for the stairs, to be honest.
I've done that. Yeah. You just get off at the next
That's
floor.
That's why I like my job, because I always take the like freight elevators.
Oh, so it's just you.
And it's just me, or I'm with like this crew I'm working with, and so it's an easy like, hey man, how's the day going? You can be like talk
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well,
so all that to say, welcome to the neighborhood.
And welcome back, because you missed Charlie and I had a great discussion about video marketing last week.
No, I'm gone for 5 days and she replaces me.
Hey,
doesn't even tell me she was doing that, Charlie. I could have come.
Must go on. The show must go on. But there's two corrections or things that last week's episode, the last one with Charlie, partway through the video, our little new Wally camera.
Oh yeah.
Shifted over, and I was like,
you keep your hand closed.
I know. Well, now we learned this camera, if I put my hand in an open palm
towards the camera.
So I must have done something. No, it says you have to do it for 2 seconds.
You are typing it.
And then all of a sudden it activates. Wally comes alive.
It tracks your movements.
It tracks you. And all of a sudden it tracked and moved over another and kind of cut off.
It cut me off. And then I said, I think I said like, this camera doesn't like me, and then all of a sudden it looked only at me. It was a little creepy.
And so we were practicing, going, "How is it? Why is it moving? What?" So we had to look it up, and then to stop the tracking motion, you do the hand motion again, the stop sign for 2 seconds. I think it says you have to open your palm, in front of it, for 2 seconds, and then it's up. But it's
in our Italian gesticulation is
I know, it's
so
like
unhelpful.
Now I'm like, I can't put my hands. I can't use my hands.
We just have
But it's a cool feature if you want to. I just have to start. I need those little tiny.
That's crazy.
Okay, wait. I'll do this SNL move. So I'm like, it's a cool feature if you want a camera that suddenly you want it to follow you.
I guess if you stood up and you're like, let's go over to this. I'm thinking of like a science show for some reason,
Or just if you're a speaker and you're you're walking on the stage, it will follow you. And then all of a sudden you need the camera to stay with you. Then you need to put your hand back up in a little hole.
It's so
to stop it. So that is, we did discover why the camera did that. The other thing last week, I did ask Charlie about, I don't know why we got on the topic of jeans, but I asked him, have you heard about putting your jeans in the freezer? And because I keep hearing people talk about, well, you shouldn't wash your jeans
for a long time.
It's not new, but every time I hear it, I'm just like, okay, that's just weird. Why would you put your jeans in the freezer? And they say, well, supposedly it kills germs and you don't want to wash jeans. But I'm thinking, you wash other pants. Why are you not washing jeans?
But denim is a different fabric than like cotton and wool. Like wool is naturally antimicrobial. So wool, you actually don't have to wash.
How do you de-stinkify it?
Wool absorbs the odors in a way. I'm probably using them? Well, here's the thing, like odor is just bacteria. That's all it is.
So wool will not let bacteria grow.
Wool is naturally antimicrobial, so it doesn't grow. So therefore, there are no bacteria. And obviously, I'd have to do some research here, people. But there is something about wool versus denim versus cotton that like cotton t-shirts and linen are gonna like hold the sweat more than denim.
Which they always say, if you're going skiing or somewhere cold, wear wool because your sweat will wick and keep you
won't
warmer. Yeah. But so here's some debunking of that
Yes.
jeans in the freezer thing. For those of you who are, I did ask if anybody is putting their jeans in the freezer, I want to know. And how are you keeping them away from your food? Again, not that in the freezer, but here's the reality. It is putting your bacteria in a dormant state.
Yeah.
But it does not kill the bacteria.
It's nap time.
It is nap time. They're hibernating.
They're not in the grave. They're tucked in a comfortable
bed. As you put on those jeans again and get the body heat, it's going to stink and
it doesn't ever get rid of dirt or stains or anything. So
let people, ladies and gentlemen, wash your jeans in cold water.
Yeah, cold water
and light tumble dry.
I do not wash my clothes unless they actually smell. Like some people are like, I wore these today, so I'm putting them in the washer.
Well, unless it's underwear.
Yeah. But that because that actually has something on it. But like
you shouldn't be washing them as
your
much as we
pants,
do.
your shirts, unless they actually smell. I'm not putting those.
Then
in the
that
washer.
means there's bacteria, and the washer, even in cool water. This is now a washing tutorial.
Yes,
class. It does kill the bacteria. So, yeah, for all of you freezing your jeans next to your chicken, take it out. Take it out tonight.
Yeah.
But it is
so those are our fact checking from last week.
Yes, from last week. And
but if happy official fall.
Happy official pumpkin spice latte.
Yes.
Because we no longer call it autumn or fall. It's now just pumpkin spice latte. Everything's PSL.
It's too much.
It's too much. I think we've taken it way too far. And this week I saw some items, and really we've been talking pumpkin spice lattes for already a month. I think in August I start hearing about
Bailey's au pair, Issa, talks about how
she's from
Brazil. And she talks about how it's crazy. America is so seasonal.
Right.
They're so seasonal. It's like there, as if I'm not here an American. But Americans are one of the only places where you actually there are certain foods you don't eat, even though they're sold in the stores year round. You don't buy them until it's the season.
You don't see pumpkin pie.
You can get pumpkin pie in the middle of the summer.
I guess in the freezer.
Yeah, you can always get pumpkin pie for an occasion, but you never are going to. You're just really not going to buy it until it's the holidays.
The only thing you can't do is buy a pumpkin in the summer or in March. You're going to be able to buy canned pumpkin.
Bailey puts out her whole house decor changes, the candle scents change, the food you buy, and
her
it's seasonal.
Kids' playhouse
has fall decor.
Bailey is the queen
of
love that seasonal decor. We love that for her. Mm-hmm. And so but pumpkin spice latte stuff. So I want to do a little. Do you love it or loathe it?
Love it or loathe it.
Because I am not a fan of pumpkin pie.
Spice latte. Don't like.
You don't like.
It's too sweet.
Too much sweetness. I'm not I don't like pumpkin pie. So my thing
it doesn't even taste like a pumpkin pie though.
I do like a pumpkin candle smell.
Okay. So it's just you don't want to eat it.
I don't want to eat it.
You don't mind the smell because you like cinnamon. Remember when you put cinnamon sticks in the oven and we were all hanging out and
we were playing a game. Yeah. We were at the table playing a game.
I looked at the oven and I was like, wow, that's crazy that you were like, oh, let's put them in the oven so our whole house smells like cinnamon.
Yeah, I was like, put some cinnamon sticks in your oven.
They're really raging. And then I was like, I should probably say something. It's on fire.
There are flames in the oven.
There's a big fire going on in the oven right now. And then
which is not an uncommon thing in our house.
No.
There's fires in the oven on a regular basis. Something is burning. Marshmallows on top of yams always catch on fire.
Only in seasonal though. We would never eat marshmallows and yams in the summer.
No. Never.
But they're always available.
Yeah. So, but I do love the smell of cinnamon, but really only in the winter.
I know.
That is kind of funny.
It's something Pavlovian because I don't think you would hate the smell of it in March.
A good cinnamon latte.
See, that is your pumpkin spice.
That is my pumpkin. I love going to Starbucks on a cold. The weather has to be cold enough.
I have realized I'm not a seasonal gal. I'm a seasonal clothing gal, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because there is nothing that I only eat or drink in the fall or winter or summer or spring. I drink a hot chai all year round.
Or peppermint hot cocoa?
No. I don't really like hot chocolate.
Not even year round.
No.
I mean, not even
in the winter. Only at your house?
Yeah, in our house you will do peppermint hot chocolate.
It's forced upon me.
Well, there you go. It's called forced.
She's like, none for you, more for me. Fine.
Exactly. Okay, so
my palms.
Are you yes to pumpkin spice latte, or you said no to pumpkin spice latte? But so you don't loathe it, but you don't love it.
Yeah, if this is a will I eat it or drink it or not, I love it.
You loathe it. Okay.
I don't really.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of pumpkin spice latte. How about pumpkin spice Cheerios.
I would eat that because they're not frosted. They're just like, it's a grainy flavor. Sure.
I did see pumpkin spice frosted flakes and pumpkin spice Cheerios. And I was just
I just got pumpkin spice creamer. Disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not a big.
I tried.
Would you do pumpkin spice Oreos?
Yeah.
You would.
I would because it's just the filling.
Yeah, it's the filling.
And it's basically a chemical coming off. Like,
so what's
what's
one more chemical?
What's one more?
How about pumpkin spice shampoo?
No, I don't want my hair smelling like earthy, like a I don't want my hair to smell like potpourri
nutmeg
or
and
nutmeg.
potpourri,
I want it to smell fresh, like flowers.
I saw pumpkin spice shampoo, pumpkin spice deodorant.
No, never.
That's weird, people.
No.
Whoever.
My armpits. The problem is I put on deodorant because they kind of already smell like a pumpkin spice.
So you're
latte.
like, I need to put on deodorant to get rid of the pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice. I need deodorant. So why would I?
And if you're eating a lot of pumpkin spice, maybe your armpits are smelling a lot like pumpkin spice. So maybe it's coming out. Yeah. How about pumpkin spice popcorn?
No. But because I'm a salt popcorn only girl.
Okay. I love a good caramel corn.
I don't.
See, I love a good caramel macchiato.
And I think you would like it.
Caramel, cinnamon, those are good winter.
Have you ever tried a pumpkin spice latte?
I think I have. To me, pumpkin spice lattes remind me of chai.
And you don't like chai?
No, and I'm not a fan of
love
the
chai.
Yeah.
Except yesterday, someone talked me into a caramel apple chai. I took one sip and gave it to someone else. I was like, this is way too much. I don't like sugary coffee drinks. I like spicy chai or plain like milk and coffee.
See, give me a good caramel macchiato with the extra foam on the top, the foamy foam with the caramel drizzle across the top.
You would like a pumpkin spice
and I would drink that all year long.
And you used to.
And I used to
get one every day.
Two
a day.
I was dropping you guys off at school. And I would drive through Starbucks on my way home. I would do work until like 2:00 or whatever. I had to pick you guys up. And I would drive through and get another one.
And we knew who ordered by heart. It would be a grande non-fat caramel macchiato. And then eventually it was
had to say
half sugar-free vanilla.
And half the pumps. Yeah. No, I didn't like sugar-free vanilla because it has a nasty after. I would just do half of the pumps.
And like Bailey, as like a 5-year-old in the bathtub, would get bubbles and be like, Gina, order for grande non-fat caramel macchiato with extra foam and half the pumps of syrup.
She was 5 years old and she knew how to order my coffee drink at Starbucks. I was like, maybe I'm spending.
That was back when you were getting your nails done like every single week.
Every week.
And multiple. And
then I remember you being when I was a speaker, I had a lot of time on my hands. So
much money.
Yeah. I was saving.
But you didn't have time on your hands. You had 2 children. You were taking care of,
but now I'm like working every single day. I know. Now I work like a dog and I do press on nails. But can I say hot, off topic,
but important
and very important because I just do press on nails. Whenever I need nails done, boom, pop them on. They're little stickers and they're like $10. And I do it in 5 minutes, usually while I'm doing something else.
Driving.
And I don't think I've ever done it while I'm driving.
Yes,
because I have to hold them up and see the numbers that are on.
So if you had your glasses while she was driving,
then I could do it. Usually I have done it while someone else is driving.
Oh,
I could do it in the passenger seat, and I've done it on airplanes, and I've done it while I'm watching a podcast or something.
That's another rabbit hole.
Easy. However, I always get my pedicure still because there are press on toenails, but
it feels weird.
That's weird.
Why? That feels weird. But she has this new.
Okay, so when I go to get a pedicure, they have this new polish that is metallic. Love a good metallic. Like I want a silver metallic nail or a gold or a rose gold, copper.
Hunger Games.
Did they have metallic?
Just like it feels a little futuristic.
Yeah. I love it. So I went to get my toenails pedicure done and they had metallic polish and I was like, I love this. And I was watching, all he was doing was putting clear polish and then he rubbed after it's dry.
Magnet.
That's
the
cat eye one.
Okay.
This one, he just rubbed this powder. It was just like, it looked like glitter, but not glitter. It was powder, metallic powder. And he rubbed it on the nail and then put a clear polish over it. You've got metallic nails. So then I thought, well, if he can do it, Amazon could do it. So you go to Amazon and you type in metallic powder for gel nails.
Yes.
And I got the powder. What I didn't have is the little Susie bake
that's
oven.
Where I came in.
And then you had the little extra easy bake oven and for your nails. And so
you make a brownie and paint your nails at the same time.
While your nails are being
painted.
Oh yeah. Get your little brownie out. It's good. Anyway, I did purposely do my press-on nails that are just plain red.
Oh, you held your palm
I
up.
held my palm up. Okay, it doesn't have to be a palm, open palm. Okay, so I have my.
Hold on, wait, stop.
Oh no, but you got to make it stop. Over in the
we
right
stopped
place.
it.
Oh,
Keep talking.
wait, no, do this. Do this.
Okay, this is live, people.
This is a live demo of this. Okay, now it's in the right place. Now put your palm back up, and it stops. Okay,
now stop showing them your nails.
So my nail.
Also land the plane.
Maybe I. So this is the red nail, and then with.
No, don't stop.
With the metallic. Anyway, it's amazing, and I left them like that so you could see the difference.
You can't see it on the video.
You can't, but you know what? It is
come
amazing.
Visit the village, okay, and get a day pass and come check out.
It's
nails.
worth a day pass to come here just to ask. Can I see Gina's nails? And I'll show you. And so
where did this come from?
The metallic.
This topic
because. I don't remember. We were
getting your nails done. You were a speaker. You had more time. Wow. I always say I'm really good at circling back. Proven.
Okay, land the plane. The last one on my love it or love it. How about dog treats?
And to remind you, we're talking about pumpkin spice flavored things. It was beer and dog treats were the last two. Beer, love. I have had it. It's delicious.
I hate beer. I hate pumpkin
so that's
spice.
not fair. And dog treats, I would never eat them. Actually, I did as a child.
Not for you, but for dogs. With dogs would love.
They'll eat anything
good for them. Dogs will love pumpkin.
Margie
so
loves pumpkin.
And year round.
Yeah, she's not a seasonal galley either.
So that was our love it or loathe it for pumpkin spice. So thank you for bearing with me. But let's take a little trip to the news station.
Yes,
the
ding
newsroom.
ding.
Ding ding. Because I do have some very big news out of Scotland.
Oh, and this is where my ears perk up.
Yes. So not only is Taylor half Scottish.
Yes.
Actually, you're
a third.
A third Scottish, a third German.
I just like to say I'm Scottish, okay?
And I'm Italian. So as your mother, you're half Italian.
I think one time I was like, Bailey, you're Italian. And she's like, you are too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, right.
Somehow Taylor believes she's full Scottish.
Fully Scottish.
Yeah, and you're not. But there was big controversy coming out of Scotland at the World Stone Skimming competition.
Wow.
So first of all,
there
is a world skimming competition.
Oh, I bet it would be so fun to watch though, because I bet they can get it way across Loch Ness.
There were 27 countries represented.
People travel
the world. I said it is the World Stone Skimming competition.
Wow, I did not process
2,200 contestants. Yeah.
What?
And here's the controversy. So you have to first hold up your stone and the judge comes by and looks at your stone and then you skim your stone. Well, they noticed that this one country kept
Russia.
You know what? I did not write down who the controversy, but I think it was a Scottish person. I think.
Too much pride in their country.
It was probably the Anderson clan.
The Anderson clan?
I don't know.
There's not even It'd be like the McAvoys or something.
It was the McAvoys. It was because we did just go to the Scottish.
We went to the Scottish Highland
Games last weekend.
It was actually really cool.
And there was a booth for the Fraser clan.
Which my clan, the Tweedies. Oh, my hands. I have to be careful.
Yeah, be careful.
My clan, the Tweedies.
The Tweedy clan
merged within the 1600s.
Does it merge or did they get were killed? And
no, it was like, I mean, yeah, it was probably like a defeating sort of thing where they were like, we're not completely take over. We didn't completely kill your bloodline. We probably killed most of them, and then we took the women and claimed the Tweedies.
Yeah. So anyway, they're now the Fraser clan. It probably was whoever's against the Fraser clan. It was them that had controversy. But what they found is this one clan, this one contestant kept winning, and they went over and looked, and they noticed that all their stones were exactly the same shape.
Were they supposed to find them on the beach?
Well, you have to hold them up each time to look. The judge has to look at your stone to verify it's a real stone. But then they found that it wasn't a real stone. How did they not catch this earlier? I don't know. But
it wasn't real.
It wasn't real. They were manufactured, and so they got disqualified. And guess which country won?
America.
Oh, shout out to the red, white, and blue Americans.
You know what, though? That's a pretty redneck game, so I'm not shocked.
I guess that's true.
Like,
who does?
Everyone, Europe is winning like archery, and we're winning stone.
Because you're right. If you live near the beach, you don't go out and skim stones on a beach.
No, the oceans, yeah.
So, I thought that was actually pretty funny because I was like, oh, you would love this one. And the only other news story I have is a new app that is out that I've never heard of.
Okay, which is shocking.
Although
you've heard of it now. So
not. Yeah, maybe I'm one of the early people have heard it. It's called Belly, Beli, Belly app, and it is the millennial and Gen Z's Yelp. That they say millennials and Gen Zs hate Yelp, which who doesn't?
I know.
Although I do still kind of.
No, I read Google reviews.
Yeah, I do too.
Because Yelp makes you download their app in order to even look at their reviews, and so every time I click like view more, it makes me download the app, and I click no. So I'm like, Yelp, get it together. But it's basically
Yelp is the boomer app,
yes,
and then Belly is the new young person's app. And the reason it's so popular, Yelp, you could just do a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, whatever,
reasoning
with and you don't have to even tell why. You don't have to post pictures. You don't have to write anything. You just do
no reasoning.
Yeah, no backup.
Yeah, like you can just be like 2 stars, and it's because they were mad at like one of the waiters or something, and you're like, but why?
And now Belly, when you want to leave a review at a restaurant, you first have to have shared the app with someone else. So there's their viral marketing. You have to share it with a friend.
Which I feel like that will cut that. I wouldn't.
That's how Gmail became popular. Gmail, if I wanted to send an email, it had on there.
It won't always be like that, probably.
Yeah, Gmail went crazy just by doing. You had to share it with a friend, and so did Dropbox, by the way.
Interesting.
You think of how everybody got on Dropbox.
Do people still use Dropbox a lot? Is it as prominent?
I don't know. We
anyway,
used to, but we don't.
Belly, though, is like you have to post pictures.
You have to post pictures and a story. Like you have to put a post about why you gave it. And they don't have 5 stars. You give it a 1 through 10 rating.
That's nice.
So if I give it a 7, I have to post a picture and why. And I'll tell you why the boomers won't do it. They're like, that is way too much texting on my phone when I should be eating my dinner. Versus younger people are like, I'm all about.
You can do it after.
I know, but I'm just saying that is why. Like older people just want to go, I just give it a 3-star. Younger people are like, let me write 3 pages.
I can't tell what this photo I took was. I don't know.
And then they're scrolling.
Belly's like this is not a valid photo. They're like, this was my refried beans, I swear.
It's too funny. So that is a new app to look for, Belly. And actually, it just popped in my head this other news story that I needed to talk to you about. Unapproved. But it is called Tin Can, which I'm assuming you've heard of.
No.
Tin Can is a new phone landline for children.
Cute.
Weren't we talking to you about
We were just talking about landlines, but like you get it through like your internet.
Right. It is an internet phone. So it's using Wi-Fi in your house, but it's really cute because it looks like a tin can. The shape of the phone looks like a little tin can, and they come in blue and green and different colors. Super cute. We already thought this might be a good present for us to get.
Oh my gosh, she would love it. Her friends are getting landlines.
Yeah. A lot of parents are now getting their kids landlines because why give them a smartphone when they're 7, 8, 9 years old? So what this is
10, 11, 12, 13,
15, 16, 17. Yeah. But this is Tin Can. It's just like it's spelled, or just like it sounds, TINCAN phones.
Cute.
And it is a Wi-Fi phone in your house, but you can only get calls from people, I think,
you approve.
Also have Tin Can, or maybe that you approve, but it might be that if it's a tin can to tin can, which that would be the downside, except it would spread virally with parents.
Yeah, except like I want it to be where if I'm on a trip, I can call Ophelia.
Right.
Or she can call me on her phone.
So it's probably you have to have an account.
Yeah, maybe.
But we'll find out because I love that idea.
I know.
And I didn't
Landlines
really think
are
about
coming back in popularity for young kids because of that. It's like it also I like the idea of putting the ownership in her hands of saying, if you want to play date with Georgia, call her.
Yeah, you go call her.
Yeah.
Right. You don't need to use my phone. Or I don't need to coordinate.
And she used to be like, can I FaceTime Georgia whenever I want? And I'm like, well, yes and no. Like it's my phone, and then you'll have to call one of her parents, and I have to text them ahead of time and be like, is Georgia with you? And it's just like, call the landline,
now
baby.
It's like, use your tin can.
And then if it rings, it's only for her. I'm like, answer your phone.
Dad and I discussed the fact that we need a tin can, the real tin can phones, just on our couch.
Oh my gosh.
Because the couch is so long, and it has the lounge things at the end. So he sits way over here. I sit way over there. And then last night he was saying something. I was like, what?
Oh my gosh.
It was this funny
You are becoming.
It was a funny old person because he said, he sounds like Santana. I said, Santana? He said, Santana the band. And I was like, Santana? Because sit
What?
on the band. And then we both just lost it because we looked like and sounded like really old people. What? Santana the band? And we just lost it and we're laughing so hard that we couldn't, I don't even know what we were even talking about. But somebody was singing and they sounded like Santana. But I was like, I get it. I know who Santana is.
You
Santana.
said Dad said I sound like
no, I said
my voice.
I sounded like Santana. And I was just like, Santana? Like that is what you said to clarify. And then he was like, Santana the band. And I was like, is that different?
To be a fly on the wall. And your dogs are like
to be a Chewini in the room.
Stop. Stop.
So we
couch phones. It needs to be like car phones. Now there's couch phones.
Now there's couch phones. That actually
no, it's sad. That's
is
sad.
a really great idea. I love that idea. I might get one of those tin can phones for Dad. So I can just call him on the and pick up your phone.
And he's 7 feet away from you.
Oh my gosh. Every time I always go, can I make it through an episode without dabbing the tears out of my eyes because I'm crying from
that means
laughing.
We didn't do it right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this show is sponsored by Kleenex. Yeah. And so we're going to get out of the newsroom and we're going to transition because you had the idea of persistent marketing for us to talk about how to do persistent marketing right.
Yeah.
And first of all, let's just clarify what is persistent marketing. Like if you had to define persistent marketing.
I mean, here's how it came up because I was watching a show and
I'm guessing it was an educational show.
Oh, you would think.
Well, because that's all you watch.
That's all
number
I watch.
One. But I thought, yeah, you're always watching these intellectual shows. Was it not?
I was I had finished my documentaries for the week.
for the night.
Okay, so here's what happened. And I don't think I've even told you this. So you were insistent. I suggested Abstract, a show on Netflix. Highly recommend. It's a docuseries about the art of design through the lens of different types of like people in different types of media. So artists, typographers, set designers, architects,
playground,
car designers, like website interface. It's so interesting.
Just called Abstract. Look it up on Netflix. Very good.
I've seen all of them.
Okay.
But you were describing this one that you're like, you have to watch
one of the episodes of Abstract.
And you were describing it. And I was like, wait, maybe there's one I haven't seen. So I went and signed up for a free month of Netflix because I was like, I have to just watch it. So every time I'm with you, you can stop being like, watch this episode. I'm like, I think I have. It was the first one I watched, like at the beginning. But then we described it strangely. But I had accidentally already signed up for a month of Netflix. And it made me pay for some reason. So then I was like, gosh darn it. And I immediately canceled it because Netflix does nothing good for me. So I canceled it. But then I'm like, well, I have a month of Netflix.
I might as well watch it.
I might as well watch it. And here's another seasonal thing that Americans do, mostly women. Gilmore Girls.
That is true. Why is Gilmore Girls?
I don't know why it's a fall show.
Fall show.
No idea.
And I've never really watched Gilmore Girls. I remember you guys always watching Gilmore Girls. So I knew of the show, but I never had really watched it.
Yeah. And it's so like, I'm usually while I clean.
On Netflix?
Yeah. And while I clean my house, I usually have a documentary on in the back or like some podcast or something. So I was like, you know what? This month it's Gilmore Girls. So that's all to tell you what I was watching. So while I'm watching it, I also paid for the Netflix where you have ads still. Okay. There's like you can pay $8 and have ads, or you can pay like $16 and have none.
Interesting.
And so I paid for the $8 one.
Tells me what we're paying because I was like, I didn't even know there were ads on Netflix.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Well, now channels are doing that. Like, because people are like, well, I don't want to pay $18 a month, but they're like, would you pay $8 and have ads? And you're like, sure.
Which is insane. Forward. Can you fast forward on Netflix?
No. Oh, yes, you can.
You can.
Yeah, but then it like pops into their ad. So I'm cleaning though. I'm listening. And I hear that there's probably like 5 or 6 ads throughout this episode. And every single one of them is they're all for Grammarly. Every single one.
So every ad break was the same
Every ad break, same company.
They were all different.
But what I noticed was, because persistent marketing is like you're just getting in front of your audience over and over and over. Little bits
over and over.
In all the different platforms.
It's like the progressive commercial. You're watching a show and every commercial is progressive.
Yes. But like there's a bunch of Geico ones, and even Geico, like they've had a lot of them, but they're not. So here's what got me. Grammarly had like 5 or 6. It was all the same episode, all Grammarly, but every single ad was a different feature that Grammarly had. It wasn't just like a different actor in this commercial saying the same thing or the same ad playing over and over.
Because that's annoying. When
That's
it's the same
annoying.
ad, you're like, oh my gosh,
Same
they
ad
just
over and over
played
is
that ad.
annoying.
Right.
Same, even the same company, but like Geico, same company, it's the same message, but they just like they make it like entertaining where
Or
it's
it's
like
almost like they're telling a part of a story, part of a story, part of a story. They
Yeah.
can do that well. Yeah.
But I don't like that. I don't care about Geico commercials. Like they don't bother me, but I'm like, you could be using this in a better way. So what stuck out to me about Grammarly was they were like, every single episode was I get so many spam calls a day, y'all. Like 50.
Yeah. My friend potential.
Yeah. But what was interesting about Grammarly is every single ad wasn't just a different actor, a different ad for the same feature. It highlighted a different thing Grammarly could do for you in every single one. So one of them was a girl writing a college paper. One of them was a guy like going through legal briefs and how Grammarly can help you with that. One of them was a professor like grading papers or like it was the same tool, but it showed you 5 different ways to use it.
Which is good because maybe the first one doesn't even appeal to you. And so you're not paying attention. But then the next one, like, oh, wait a minute.
I didn't know it did that.
I didn't know it did that.
And I've used Grammarly before. And it did
lot, yeah.
and it did things where I was like, oh, I didn't know it did that. Oh, I didn't know it did that. And so it was I went and got it again, downloaded on my computer because I was like, oh, I didn't realize it was not just grammar. I didn't know it was not just spelling. Like my computer
AI
does that. Yeah.
And yeah.
It was really cool. And so I was like, wow, that worked on me.
That is good. And it is, when you think about other companies that have done that really well, it's where they're taking almost like you take your ideal avatar in marketing and you say, okay, I want to target, I mean, here I would say I want to target somebody who's working alone at home and just wants to come in here and work in a community.
But you don't just have one avatar. You're like,
that's what I mean. Then there's also the avatar that's
all
a team
these different,
of people who they're all working remote, but they want to come together and work. So it's a different person, a different use case, but we could do an ad just on that one. And then I could have somebody that wants to book a meeting room and they, and I do an ad. So if I can pick different ads or tell a story, that's a bigger story. I think I've seen car companies do this where they show the story. You know who did the best one? Remember the ones for gum? It was for
Trident layers.
No, it was I think it was double mint or spearmint gum, and it was a love story of the guy and girl are meeting, and then he writes a little love note on the paper of the gum, and then it showed them later in their relationship, and then it showed them getting married. But every part of their story was a different ad. That's a clever way because then you might see part of it, and it shows like to be continued. That's a really smart progressive marketing.
And obviously it depends on what you're marketing. That was a physical product, that was gum.
Right.
And so there's only so many ways. You're like, well, my target market is everybody who has teeth or gums to chew this gum.
Not everybody.
And so it's like that one's different than like Grammarly's like, okay, I know I'm not advertising to people who are not gonna use but
in a way
they're saying this is for everybody.
This is for everybody, but they were able to show it in different settings.
But they're never showing an 85-year-old sitting at home who's using Grammarly. So they understand, like, but they're like
85-year-old probably isn't watching Gilmore Girls.
But it was Netflix. Like it was like, I'm just saying it's not Gilmore Girls. Grammarly wasn't only on Gilmore Girls. It was on Netflix, like any other show you watch on there too.
Oh, it had the same ads?
Same ads. Like I've done it multiple days where then like I was watching Great British Bake Show.
Which I wonder if it just knows your profile.
Maybe. But I'm like, why am I the target for Grammarly? All this to say, then there's like another one, Copilot.
That's a great one.
Copilot had a similar thing where they had multiple ads in one episode and it was always Copilot, but every single one was a different way you could use it. One of them was a guy in the bathroom going, which one's the foundation?
I didn't know it could do that.
It brings up a camera and he's panning through.
Has done that. He's like showing the makeup counter. And then it says,
and it was like, it's the one in the middle with the long tube or whatever. And he's like, thanks. And then there's one where he's like, how's my posture while I'm doing this squat? And it looks and it's like, straighten your back a little to alleviate tension. And then another one is a girl who's in law school and she does like a mock closing argument and it listens to her and then reviews and gives her tips and says, you were a little too emotional here, use more facts and this and that. So you're like, wow, 3 completely different, someone working out, someone in law school, and a boyfriend.
Maybe you see the first one, you're like, oh, I didn't know it does that. That's pretty cool. The second one you hear, you're like, what? It does that? Okay, that's super cool. By the third one, you're like, give me my phone.
Yeah, because then you're like, what else
I
does
need
it do?
this. Yeah.
And I want to try, or so and so needs this. Like she's in law school,
Right.
or so and so needs this. He like trains people, and he could recommend this. So you're like, it's giving me reasons to use
Love
it.
that.
It's giving me reasons to recommend it, and it's like, what else does it do?
And what I love about that got me immediately thinking of how do you create like a few different scenarios, and then you can even use AI to help me create images for that scenario or video clips for that scenario, and you could put together a whole ad campaign for your business by using different features and highlighting them, and then use AI to help you put that together, write the copy, create the post, boom, you're done.
Yeah, and it's thinking of kind of like what you were saying, but a little bit before, but saying okay, we have this business, it's co-working here. It's not just for people who need a workspace.
Right.
And what are all the things
different
here that
things.
we offer? And so then people aren't just seeing the one ad that your Facebook ad or your
Over and
Instagram
over
ad
and
over and
over.
over, because they're going to ignore it eventually and not really like you.
Right.
You're just
Right.
kind of like, and it's not even like you have to come up with different ways to advertise the same thing. It's just think of the 10 different people you could service, the 10 different things you offer, and just advertise that feature. Don't try to do broad strokes where you're like, we're a co-working wellness space and here's everything you like.
Right.
One thing, because it's either going to be recommended or it's going to resonate.
I love that. Love. So I'm curious. Number one, if anybody out there that's listening, I want to hear your ideas. Like, what's a good idea in your business, or a question? Because we love helping people brainstorm. If you're like, here's my business, how would you do a persistent marketing campaign for this type of business or product? Yeah. Because there's no business or product you couldn't use this.
And this is why I think like a collaboratory, what we used to do would be, this would be a really cool project to do, because
I think this would be a good lunch and learn.
Yeah.
We do a lunch and learn, and everybody has to bring their idea. Yeah. And then we all help come up with ideas for you. Which, by the way, we've had some really good lunch and learns and good turnout groups coming in. We have an advanced Canva class next week.
I saw that. There's another one after that
I was
like,
about how to do
finances or something with your
personal finances, how to improve your credit score. A guy here that was really frustrated by all the young people who are trying to buy houses and can't because their credit is not good.
I have a great credit.
And so he does coaching and working with people on that. So I said, do a lunch and learn here.
Yeah,
let's do it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I love that. But yeah, that's a great topic and a great for all of us to think of. How can I get out of just how do I create one post, one ad, one this? It's like, how can you create a whole series of them?
And it should alleviate the pressure too, because you're not just trying, how do I stay in this one funnel of advertising and just do the same thing over and over and over? But then you even know, like, this is getting old. And then you get in this rut of like, well, how else do I market this? But if you think about it, like, okay, what are all the services I offer and who's that avatar that's resonating with, and just make an ad for them. You may feel like, well, I'm excluding all these people, but then it's just, they may they'll recommend or they'll resonate people. Yeah. Okay. So think of all the different people that you can serve, and then make an ad just for them and just for them and just for them. And then it's because, again, what it did for me is I'm not going to use any of the ways Copilot had like recommended. You know, I'm not going to say which one's foundation or which one, correct my posture or whatever. But it is like, oh, it does all of that. What else could it do? So leave them being like,
remember we've talked about the Lego app that you can do that? But now AI will also do that.
Yeah, I know. I paid $37 for a year subscription to Brickit, and Ophelia got really bored with it after like 3 weeks.
Yeah, you can actually take a picture of something you're trying to build with Lego and then show AI what you have, and it will help you.
It is cool.
Find the right pieces. So yeah, there's lots of things that it can do.
But just think a little bit outside the box. Like if you're a brand photographer, it feels hard to just not be like, well, if you need professional headshots, but it's things where you're like speaking on an upcoming panel, get a fresh headshot for the brochure or like for the website. Or
I was just telling one of our photographers that has an office here, I was telling Amanda, saying, we used to give our clients in marketing a sheet of 55 photo ideas. And it was everything from you holding a door open for a client walking in, and that's a cute picture of you like saying welcome, or you at a coffee shop working, you at a coffee shop talking to someone,
So you're not using stock images.
You're not using stock images. Most stock images look so corny and so fake. Like, just get a photographer and say, for half a day, take 55 or 100 different shot ideas.
Yeah.
And it's you.
And it's not like you're
different
doing new
things.
headshots.
No.
You're just doing you're refreshing your stock of photos you use for your social.
Yeah.
And so advertising that, and it's just thinking of the different ways, the tools you have in the business you have, how and who could it serve in all the different ways, and write down all the ways of who and how it could serve, and then make an ad just for that.
Yeah, I love that. Persistent marketing. I'm going to put together a whole series for our brand here and doing some of those. So I love that.
Me too.
Okay, so we're going to end with, what's something you're excited about right now?
Oh, what's yours?
I'm going to say, because I don't think I talked about after we went to go see Nate Bargatze. We've seen Nate Bargatze live 3 times now.
I really do love him.
And each time I walk out and I'm surprised. Number one, the last one we just went to see, we were downtown at I always call it the Pepsi Center, but what is it called now?
Ball Arena.
It's Ball Arena here. And I mean, the whole place was packed. I mean, I don't know how many that whole 16,000 people or something.
That's a great guess.
It was gigantic and sold out. Even though he was on the Emmys, he hosted the Emmys, and I was like, oh, he's so funny. He took one thing and went too far. But at his show, oh my gosh, I left, my neck was soaking wet from tears pouring down my face. Like, that's how hard I was laughing.
Yeah.
And I go, how does somebody make you laugh so hard for an hour straight? And it was fresh material from his last one, which was just a year ago. But he is so dang funny, and he's a clean comedian. He's extra clever, because the clean comedians, I feel like, to be funny, you got to be extra clever. And he is so funny. I literally walked out. I was like, oh, I'm embarrassed. My neck was soaking wet.
Like, this lady was drooling the entire time. It's disgusting.
And it was just tears of laughter. He's so
wear
good.
Black and don't wear makeup.
Yes. Be careful when you go, wear a bib. You know, like drooling bibs. That's what they
bring your lobster bibs.
Bring your red lobster bib and go see Nate Bargatze, because if you can get a ticket to his shows, you will never be disappointed. He is so dang funny.
He is so dang funny.
Yeah. So that was something I was very excited about. And then he always reminds me of one of Julie's favorite comedians, Leanne Morgan, who her and I went to go see her, because she's another super funny, clean. Her Southern accent is really hard to get past.
Thick.
Because it's so thick. It's like, oh, wow. It's very, very Southern. But she's another one that she is having her moment in her late 50s. She is coming to, she has been a comedian for 25 years. Now. She has a show. I'm not a fan of sitcoms, so I'm like, I probably will never watch it. And then a Southern sitcom. I'm sorry. I would have a hard time. I'm sorry for anybody who's Southern accent.
Slamming the South right now.
Southern accents are delightful. Southern accents in a comedy show, they can be delightful.
They can be.
They're just women seem so sweet and so
that's true.
And but Leanne's is a really deep, somewhere in the South,
baby.
Thick. But she is very funny, and she was just on Oprah's menopause special she had, and then Oprah had her on her podcast. She was just, she's hit the big time. She was on the Emmys for a brief. She did one of the categories that she came out and did. And she's sweet. She's sweet. I would want to hang out with her for an afternoon.
I think you would like
those
it.
Are things that, those are things
that you're excited about.
I was excited about that.
I'm excited that my new architecture podcast came out with a new episode finally today. It's from the Danish architecture.
Wait, there's a podcast, and what is the podcast like?
It's from
it's just about architecture around the globe.
Called Let's Talk About Architecture.
That's riveting. It's very similar to Nate Bargatze. So there's like, Nate is you're crying, and then you want more laughter.
It's from the Institute of Danish Architecture, and I love it so much. And I have listened to every episode.
I'm gonna go,
and they haven't had one out in like a month. And I'm like, come on, Michael Booth, come on.
Yeah, come on, Michael.
He finally came out with one.
It's just hard when these people do these high production podcasts,
like Malcolm Gladwell, Revisionist History.
Yeah, that's another one.
That one always takes
too long
in
between. So it's like you lose people.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm sorry, I'm deleting it from my podcast thing because it's just taking up
Yeah.
space.
But it's podcast and audiobook season for me. Okay. This is another
Yeah.
seasonal thing.
Yeah.
I'm inside more. I'm walking around like my house more than I'm not outside. So I tuck my little headphones in and I'm listening to all. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to all the podcasts.
And I am a year-round podcast
Yes,
binger.
I listen to podcasts, but like
they are in seasons. There are some I'll listen to, and then
I'll
I'm
listen
like,
to more of the like story ones now, like Good Hang or Wiser Than Me. Like
Good Hang is a great one.
Revisionist history where you're like, I'm just listening for an
and
hour
the Julia
and a half
Lorraine
learning.
Wiser Than Me is a really good one.
Yeah.
And I love that one.
Good.
That's more women are going to listen to that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Because she interviews older women who are wiser than her.
Great concept.
Love that idea.
Yeah. So yeah, Good Hang. I'm excited about. Let's talk architecture.
Talk.
Great show. But personally, I'm excited. I leave in a couple of days to go back to Europe.
Yeah.
For a bit. So
travel queen.
I'm a travel queen. This time I hope to hit Holland for a second.
And you know what? She's going to come back talking architecture.
I know. I'm going to actually be close to the Danish Architecture and Institute. And I'm like, do I stop by?
You should. And say, you know what? I listened to your podcast.
I know. I'm so excited.
But so that's exciting.
So I'm tucking into learning season.
Yeah.
I'm excited
about. You're already so smart.
I love cold weather.
Yeah.
Too. So I'm very excited about multiple
weather.
Layers, people.
It is fireplace
and
season.
Yeah, I don't have one. I should get one.
Turn on the fireplace, which reminds me here, I need to turn on the fireplace every morning. Yeah, you do. Just looks cozy.
It's cozy.
And then have a pumpkin spice latte.
And loathe it.
Yeah. But I hope you guys have a great week in the neighborhood. And until next week, ding, ding.
Ding, ding. Bye.